Hey guys, this is Dr. Tonya. I'm going to wait a few minutes for anybody to jump on. This stream is for cancer survivors. I'm Dr. Tonya. I am the Bounce Back Better coach. I help cancer survivors in any stage of their cancer journey transform their lives after cancer. So I not only help you bounce back, I help you bounce back better. So tonight I wanted to come on and talk to you about and have a conversation about three questions I think every cancer survivor should ask themselves at some point during their cancer journey. So, if you're watching this and you are a survivor, you're in the right place. If you're watching this and you are not a survivor, go ahead and tag some survivors and send them this conversation because they will find this conversation valuable for them. It should be very insightful. So, the first question, again, that every cancer survivor should ask themselves is how can I reframe my cancer diagnosis so that it's something positive? Now, when I say reframe, that simply means how can I look at this situation differently? Because no one who is diagnosed with cancer thinks of it as a positive thing. Cancer in and of itself has a negative connotation. And when you get a cancer diagnosis, it is very upsetting. So to actually stop yourself and think, how can I reframe this situation to make it something positive for my life? It really takes some inward thinking. But for me, I realized very early on that it was a wake up call. It was an alarm clock in my life. It was the thing that woke me up from a sound sleep. I had been sleepwalking through life. I had been working myself and really numbing myself to the unhappiness and unfulfillment that I had in my life. It took cancer slowing me down long enough for me to really sit with myself to realize that. And because of that, I was able to really jumpstart myself and course correct. And now my life is completely different. I am so much happier. I am so much more fulfilled. And I am a completely different person than I was prior to cancer. So for me, cancer changed my life. It was not a pleasant journey by no means, but the result of having gone through that journey really changed my life for the better. Here's just a few things that cancer did for me, and I wrote them down. Is it one, started me on my journey, my personal development journey, changed my mindset, changed the way that I look at life today. It actually improved my health. It got me on a health journey. I lost weight, improved my cholesterol, my blood pressure, my blood sugar. All of those things got better just because I went through this cancer journey. The third thing that it did was it actually changed the way that I practice medicine. I was 15 years into practicing medicine when I was diagnosed with cancer. And prior to my diagnosis, to be very honest and transparent, I felt like I was really treating disease. I was just going through the motions. I was treating disease. I wasn't treating people. After my cancer diagnosis, having had to sit in that chair and go through what all of my patients had gone through so many years, it completely changed the way that I practice medicine. I was so much more empathetic. I could connect with them. I knew exactly what they were going through. I knew what they were thinking. So instead, it went from me just treating disease to treating now a person who had the disease called cancer. So that completely changed the way that I practice medicine. And it completely changed the way that I connected with the people who I was caring for. So that was huge. And it actually rekindled my spiritual connection because that light had gone out completely. And going through cancer really made me come back to the center and realize, you know, who God was and who He was in my life. So for me, going through cancer was a good thing. And all of those things transformed in my life because of it. So that's a question that I think every cancer survivor should ask themselves. How can I reframe my cancer diagnosis into something positive? The second question that I think we need to ask ourselves, because the one good thing about cancer is it actually shows us how vulnerable we are. When we're young, we never think that we're going to die. We think we're going to live forever. And we kind of glide through life that way. But getting a cancer diagnosis is a stark reminder that we are going to die someday. It may not be anytime soon, and we hope it's not anytime soon. And with the advances in cancer treatment, it shouldn't be anytime soon. But it does give you that reminder that you could die, that you're not going to live forever. So the second question that I want you to consider is, if I died today, what would they say about me at my funeral? What would your eulogy say? Do you think it would say what you want it to say? Have you made the impact that you want to make in the world? Have you touched the people that you wanted to touch in this world? Have you left the legacy that you want to leave? Are you living the life that you want to live? You know, if the story that people would say about you now is not what you want it to be, this is great, because now you have time to course correct and write a new chapter so that what's written about you in your eulogy will be what you wanted to say. Many people don't get this opportunity. They leave this earth without having had a chance to be reminded so that they can course correct. But you've and me, we got that reminder so that we can do that. So that's a very important question that you should ponder, because now you have the time to really make the changes so that it says what you want it to say, so that you can make the difference that you want to make in this world. Now, the third question that you should ask yourself is, what goals can I set that I can accomplish in the next 60 to 90 days that would put me closer to living the life that I know I should be living? Now, because you have extra time, so if you're still on your cancer journey, you probably have some extra time now, because um, you may not be working and you have this time when you're getting treatment to ponder. But think about what it is you could be doing with this extra time that you have, this downtime, that could be getting you closer to living the life that you want to live. If any of this conversation resonates with you, I'm having a masterclass. It's called the Amazing After Cancer Masterclass. I'm going to show you how to up-level your life after cancer, and it can start during your cancer journey. I actually started during my cancer journey. I actually started changing the way that I did life. I actually wrote a book while I was on my cancer journey, because I realized that I wanted to leave a legacy. My kids were 2 years old at the time that I was diagnosed. If something happened to me and I didn't survive, that I felt like they wouldn't remember who I was. So I wanted to make sure that I left a legacy, not just for the world, but for them, so that they knew who their mother was. So there are some things that you can start doing right now to change your life and create the life that you know you should be living. So if that is you and you're ready to make that transformation, direct message me the word ready, and I will send you the link to get on the wait list for the Amazing After Cancer Masterclass. So if you are a cancer survivor, this is for you. If you know other survivors, tag them, share this with them. If you're not a survivor and you happened upon this video, please share this with some survivors that you know in your circle. I'm Dr. Tonya. I'm the Bounce Back Better coach. I will be back here tomorrow with another Bounce Back daily tip for you. See you guys tomorrow.